guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A so that you can get to know me a little bit, and I've got a few questions here that some of you have already asked me. So if you don't already know, my channel's name is Crafty with V, and actually I came up with originally the name was going to be Tea with V, and my husband helped me come up with that name because I always really enjoy drinking tea and it just sounded good together, Tea with V. But then I realized that that name was already taken on YouTube, so we came up with Crafty with V. It still has the word tea, but it's also crafting for craft projects, Crafty with V. So that's how we came up with that. And then my name is Virginia. What you can expect out of my channel is I'm doing a combination, pretty much variety of different things. I'm doing some crafting, like Cricut projects, but also soaps and bath salts, just all sorts of DIY projects that you can do. And I'd like to share with you some of the recipes, and also cooking recipes, some recipes that I came up with or I found it maybe found on Pinterest or from my family, and I'd like to share with everybody. And then also some gardening tips and tricks. I love to garden, so I want to pass some of that with you guys. Blogs such as opening some subscription boxes or some makeup, skincare blogs. I really enjoy skincare, makeup. I'm kind of learning as I go. I was a late bloomer, so I'm just learning about makeup now. And then also some home decor, spring decorating, Christmas, kind of seasonal decorating, and possibly just some house vlogs. We are in the process of building a new house, and I'd like to show you guys the process. We are pretty much in charge of the entire interior of the house, which is going to be a huge responsibility, and unfortunately it's going to be during the busiest time of the year for us, so I'm going to be just swamped with work, and somehow I'm going to have to find time to furnish, paint, put the floors in. It's going to be quite an ordeal. It's going to be exciting, but it's going to be a little bit stressful just because of the time of year that it's going to land on. So, but I would like to film the process and share with you guys what items we choose, why we chose it, and then you guys can just see the house just transform into our beach house. So it's going to be a combination of all sorts of videos. I don't want to just stick with one subject. I'd like to just keep you guys just always entertained with just different topics, ideas, and that way I can pretty much touch on certain things that somebody, possibly everybody, can enjoy. So let's get started with some of these questions. It looks like the first one is, when is your birthday? My birthday is in August 12th. What are your hobbies? You guys can already guess some of my hobbies. I love to garden. Exercising is actually one of my favorite things as well. Metal detecting, my husband and I have a metal detecting channel, actually. It's called the Relic Rangers, and him and I go out and we go to some historical sites. Sometimes we go to private properties. We ask for permission and we find some amazing historical finds. A lot of it is local history, and it's really cool. We really love it. So if you haven't checked out Relic Rangers, you should definitely do so if you're into the whole history. And I also love to craft, and I love to cook. Do you have any kids? I don't have any kids of my own, but I do have 3 stepkids. They're amazing children. I'm actually really lucky, and it's just been a pleasure to be their stepmom the whole way. But speaking of kids, I did just recently have a really bad miscarriage, so I am recently trying to have a child. So I'm going to try one more time. It was my first pregnancy. I'm not going to let that get me down. I'm going to try one more time. So you guys might see some of that in the future. I might share with you that I'm pregnant or not. We will see. Are you married, and for how long? Yes, I am married. We've been married since 2009. So we are going on 12 years of marriage. And his name is Andrew.
Hi.
Okay, thanks, babe. Next question is, where were you born and where do you currently live? I will let you guys know that I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm on the Western Washington, and it is really rainy here. I was born actually in Valencia, Spain, so I do speak Spanish. Hablo español. Y a veces pienso a lo mejor grabar en español, pero no lo sé. Dime si quieres que grabe en español. porque lo he pensado. And do you work? And if so, where do you work? So I do work, actually own my own company. I own a pest control company, and we started our pest control in 2008. And it was during the recession. It was actually really hard times. We were very poor, didn't have, hardly had any food, couldn't pay our bills, and we were working at a government job. We both quit at the same time because we were so miserable where we were. And we didn't know that the economy was going to crash. So we thought we could start advertising our company and really focusing on that. Well, it just happened to be during the worst time. We were on unemployment for a little bit, and money was really, really tight for a few years. And we had a lot of personal issues. So that was kind of the dark ages for us. But that pushed us out of our shell, and we expanded the company. We traveled a few hours from our house, and we worked about, in the summer, it was like 15-hour days. I kid you not. My husband and I had a little Ford Ranger, and it was pretty crammed in there, but we worked about 15-hour days until it was dark. And it didn't matter how far away we were. We drove sometimes 2-3 hours from our house, and we slowly grew that way. And now that the economy's doing really well, our company just grew, and we have several offices, and we have several employees, lots of trucks, and we've done really well. We're really proud, and we're really blessed to be where we are. You attend college. Yes, I attended college. I have 2 bachelor degrees and a minor. My bachelor degrees are in Spanish. I took advantage of that. And then I have a bachelor's in criminal justice. My goal when I was growing up was to be an FBI agent or CIA. And the older I got a taste of law enforcement, and it just wasn't for me. So, but I wouldn't say that I wasted my degree. I definitely would not take back college. I had a great time. I learned a lot. I had a full ride scholarship, but I learned a lot in college. I made some great friends, and it was a good time in my life. I attended college in Eastern Washington. The next question is, what is your favorite color? Favorite colors are gold, brown, forest green, and like aquamarine, like a teal green. Those are in purple. Do you have any pets? Well, if you guys have watched some of my videos, you've probably seen some of my little rugrat pets running around behind the scene. I've got Ollie here. So I've got 2 little dogs, I've got 2 big dogs, and 2 cats, chickens, goats, and fish. So this is Ollie. He is my little guy. He's pretty much goes everywhere I go. He's mama's boy, and his name is Oliver. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. And then we have another little one named Winston, and that's my husband's dog. Worked out perfect. We rescued Winston from a local dog shelter, and Ollie came from a breeder. He's supposed to be hypoallergenic because, believe it or not, I've got really bad allergies, and I torture myself, but I love animals so much. Story behind my cats are my cat Barry. My husband and I were out picking berries out in the middle of nowhere, and this cat comes out of the berry patch, and she is just all bone, just really sad. But she was really skittish. She was starving, and she wanted help from us, but she was really afraid, so she meowed, and then she hid in the bushes. And I told my husband, "Oh my gosh, hon, did you see that cat? We need to rescue the cat." And he's like, "Honey, no. We're here for the berries." And I went, "Please." And he's like, "All right, when we come back tomorrow or in the next few days, if the cat's still here, we'll try to take it home and give him a good home." So a few days later, we went back to pick blackberries, and there she was. She came out of the bushes, and she looked even more ragged, and you could see her rib cage. It was awful. So he threw a coat over her, and she was just a wild cat. She bit my husband, and we immediately had to get her declawed because she was just scratching up our house. She was climbing up the curtains. She was terrified of us, but she needed help. She really did. And she, you know what, she has become the best cat. She's the best cat. So we named her Berry after the berry patch. And then our cat Stanley, so one day my parents were over having lunch and we see this cat, and it wasn't here, it was at our old house, which is even more further out in the woods, in the country. And we were out having lunch and my mom sees this cat sitting underneath the bird feeder, and you know, that is not good. My mom's like, oh no, look at that cat, the cat's trying to catch the birds. She said, you need to give that cat some food. Well, I already had our cat Berry, so I had some cat food, so I brought a bowl out, and everybody knows once you start bringing like food out, then the cat's pretty much yours. And that's what happened. But she's wild, she didn't want anything to do with us, so I just feed the cat every day and she'd just hide and I wouldn't see her, but she would eat. And eventually she had kittens. I did not know she was pregnant, but the funny story is that on my birthday, August 12th, she brought her kittens out and plopped them on the front door. So when I let my dog out to go potty, there's 3 cute little kittens right on my doorstep. I kid you not. And 2 of them I gave away. My mom took one of the kittens and I gave one to our neighbor, and then we kept Stanley. So Stanley was a gift from the wild cat. So weird, but that is how we adopted our 2 cats. So they pretty much found us. And then our 2 dogs, big dogs, live outside. We've got a Dalmatian named Sophie and a German Shepherd named Gypsy. And then our chickens all have names. We get about 2 eggs a day. We've got 4 hens right now, and 2 of them are old in retirement mode. And then the other 2 are young and they're still laying eggs. And then we've got 2 goats, Hazel and Nutella. Nutella just passed away, so we are getting a replacement goat because Hazel is really lonely without a companion. So we're getting her a friend. We should be picking him up in about a week and he's gonna be fixed. But he's just the cutest goat. He's just a baby and he's gonna have 3 colors. He's gonna be black, white, and brown. Next question you guys asked is why start a YouTube channel? Well, a few reasons. So we have our own YouTube channel called The Relic Rangers, and it's a lot of fun, but metal detecting is not just the only thing that I do, and I kind of wanted to just share with you guys all the hobbies and things that I do, and just we can all learn together and be part of a YouTube community. But another thing is actually my stepdaughter started her own YouTube channel and she's amazing. She does just amazing. I try to learn from her, but when she started her YouTube channel, I was like, you know what, I was thinking of doing it too, but it encouraged me to do the same. So I don't know, she might think it's weird, but I look up to her. She's amazing. Another question you guys asked is, what is your favorite food? That is a tough one. I would say lamb chops. Chuletas de palo is my ultimate favorite since I was a little girl. And then after that, I've got several favorite dishes, and I don't know, I like food a lot. I like food and dessert, so I can just name off a lot of things. Alright guys, well that wraps up my Q&A. Thank you so much for watching as always. It means so much that you watch and comment on my videos. Thank you so much for everything that you do and for supporting each other in this YouTube community. I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys hear that, that is my robot vacuum. It's heading towards me. I swear it knows where I'm at. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite color? Gold is definitely my number 1. So I would say gold, then black, purple. Yeah, that sounds... Actually like forest green. I guess I like a lot of colors. Oh, brown. Okay.